Today is called the GTP claim. It's one of the largest parcels of land taken from rail history in the Canadian country. So our community has been, without our prior consent, in its entirety. One of the things we say in our community today, that land is still Fort William First Nation. We've never given up our rights to that land. We've never given up our entitlement to that land. And I always tell people, wherever I go, we're not shareholders, we're not stakeholders, we're rights holders. And I always remind people of that. And this is the beautiful land that's Fort William First Nation. Remember the rights that we have here. We allow you to visit, we allow you to come to our territories, and we welcome you here to our territories at the same time. So on behalf of my 2,200 members I represent, I welcome you all here tonight. I know you look forward to listen to our special guests here and the work they're doing to try to change the landscape in this country. So, yeah, all I can say to the students and the people in this room here, and the ones that are visiting from downstairs, I guess now I got shuffled downstairs. You know, understand why we fight for what we fight for. Understand the lands that we have lost. Understand the resources that we have lost, and take those into considerations when you see land claims being settled in our territories and in our communities. It's about the loss of use of our land. It's about the loss of use of our products and our lumber and our mineral resources in our territory. So again, on behalf of my community, I welcome you all here. I hope Victoria, I know you had a long journey to get here, 20 plus hours flying time. On behalf of my community, to all of these, I hope you enjoy her presentation. Bewitch.
Accessible to all, particularly those who are weakened and impoverished and made less empowered than the stronger corporations or the rich people, in the countries where you all belong. And that is the role of international human rights law. And that is what we as rapporteurs are supposed to promote and to tell people more about, so that they will be able to use these mechanisms. Thank you. Okay.
And they sent it back. I did that just to buy us some time. In 2005, we had been at that point advocating and responding 17 years of environmental damage from the Prospectors Associations. We have in our territories gave 24-hour notices of evictions to trespassers in our lands. We have that right to confiscate those equipments. As women, we have stood to protect our waters and our lands. It is the process. In order for the destruction of treaty, it takes 49 chiefs. We responded to the Ring of Fire because it is not the business of chiefs and the PTOs to engage in this process of dialogue and destruction of our lands and our territories without the consent of our peoples, without the consent of our women. I crashed the chief meeting. Elders, 5 couples who are signatories, guests of our territories, as the majority who have the votes. You have a responsibility to protect these lands and territories for your future generations. You have a responsibility to ensure that you understand your relationship with the First Peoples of this land. You have a responsibility now in the 21st century to dismantle the misunderstandings that exist between our nations, because we do not have the time to waste anymore. The destruction of water, the Ring of Fire is going to destroy all ground system waters, reservoirs. That is an imminent threat and a danger to our people.